This will be a month-long vlog in the making. It is finally time to read the Magnolia Parks series. I have been putting this off since mid last year. I'm dedicating the whole month of March to reading this series. I am going to London in the summer, and I figured this would be a good way to hype me up for that trip because as far as I'm aware, it takes place in the UK. I don't really know. I'm kind of going in blind. It will be a spoiler vlog. So if you have not read Magnolia Parks, or what is the other one called? Daisy Hates? Sorry, this video is not for you. I'm really excited. I have all of them, I think. I don't know which one is first. I think it's this one. I could be wrong. I'm gonna look up the order, obviously, to read them in. Let's read the blurb on the back. It says, how many loves do you get in a lifetime? Oh, so her name is Magnolia Parks. Oh, see, I thought this took place like at a park and the name of the park was like Magnolia Parks, or like a boarding school, and it was called Magnolia Parks. Okay, cool. So it's the names. I'm really excited. I'm probably gonna start reading later today. I'll tell you what, we will read the dedication together right now. For the 2018 version of me who wanted to throw in the towel and become a history professor because creative rejection is hard on the heart. That's very true. Also for that version of you who nearly gave up on the thing you were made to do because creating is so costly. But here we are, like Glennon says, we can do hard things. Oh my God, I love that. Honestly, I think that has been my favorite book, like dedication I've read in a really long time. To see what this journey brings us, and I will be checking in as I go through the series, giving you my thoughts, updates, the whole shebang. Today is going to be the day that we're officially starting Magnolia Parks. I'm going to try and read maybe just the first chapter. We're gonna start with this little excerpt. How many loves do you get in a lifetime? Chapter 1. Wait, that's so funny. She says it's Mew Mew. And then she says, I love his eyes. And then it says, he nods coolly. Slept with a Mew Mew model last week. I hate his eyes. I really like this quote. It says, the physical distance between us is meager, but somehow still a forest grows between. Pine trees with mistakes so tall we can't see over them, and rivers of things we didn't say so wide we can't get around. We're nowhere near where we thought we'd be. We're completely off grid, and I feel lost and alone for a minute. But I'm lost and alone with him. Okay, end of chapter 1. Excited to see where this goes. I read one more chapter. While I work, I'm gonna listen to the audiobook. I'll check back with you at the end of the day and let you know how far I've gotten. I'm on chapter 11, and I have one question. Obviously they love each other. Like, why don't they just tell each other? So I know the last time you saw me, I was like, why can't they just like be together or whatever, get over it. I'm now fully so on board with the Tom England fake dating vibe, and I honestly hope that they end up together because I think they would be so cute together. It's probably not gonna happen though because I haven't like heard anything about this man, so my hopes are low, but I'm really hoping to get something out of this fake dating relationship. I am really close to the end of Magnolia Parks. Don't know how I feel about it. It's intriguing, but I don't feel like a deep connection to any of the characters, and I don't understand why these two just can't tell each other how they feel and just like work through their problems. It's a little annoying to me. Like, I know it's her thing, but her constantly like naming people's clothing and jewelry and everything is, I don't know, I feel like it's a little overkill. Like, it's done a little too frequently. I also know not to judge a book series by the first book because I've learned that lesson from ACOTAR. We'll see how I feel at the end. I have cleaning to do today, so I'm going to clean while I finish the book. Oh, they just got together. Why do I feel like something's gonna happen now that's gonna be like tragic? I just have a feeling that something's gonna happen and they're not gonna actually stay together. I have an hour left. I listened to everything about the last chapter and then the last chapter I'm gonna read in the physical book. I'm beat. Today was daylight savings time, and not realizing that, I booked a morning bar class. So I'm dead. We finished Magnolia Park. I give it 3 stars. I am not a fan of BJ. Sorry, not. He irritates me. Like you can't be mad at her for dating someone else when you're sleeping with a bunch of other people. Like, it doesn't work that way. It's also slightly annoying. I really can't stand her naming outfits every 4 seconds. I hate that they can't communicate with each other. I am going to continue on with the series. I think the next one is Daisy Hates. I was talking to my niece about it last night, and I was telling her how I felt about it, and she said that, like, most people who don't like Magnolia like Daisy, so I'm kind of hoping that the next book will be a little bit better for me. I'm also, like, not gonna fully judge the series until I finish it. I'm excited to continue. Book 1 done. We are not starting book 2 today. We'll be starting tomorrow. Happy Monday. This morning is rough because yesterday was daylight savings. About to start work for the day. Made me a Cuban coffee. To hopefully push me through. As I work, I'm going to start with the audiobook, not the physical book, but I do want to read the dedication. Oh, it's actually so good. Did you hear that? It's Monday. Okay, I'm like 5 chapters into Daisy Hates already. I think I'm liking it more than Magnolia Parks, and I don't know why. Okay, so I'm listening to the audiobook, but the narrator sounds like Millie Bobby Brown to me. As I'm listening to it, it also reminded me of something else that I did not like about Magnolia Parks, which is, why are all these boys obsessed with her? A very dark, rainy, stormy day. The sun's coming out. I swear the weather lately has been bipolar. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the weather. We're here to talk about Daisy Hates. Made a dent. I have a few theories. One, I think that the guy who is trying to hire Julian to do this, like, crazy job, who, like, came out of nowhere, is, like, setting him up with Daisy. It keeps being mentioned, like, from both, like, Daisy, Christian, and her brother, that either, like, she says, like, oh, Christian would never save me, but Rome has saved me, like, all these times. And then her brother and Christian, both, like, from their POVs, say he would die for her, literally. Like, he would take a bullet for her, he would take a punch for her, like, he would fight for her, he would save her, like, if it came down to it. Because this is being mentioned a lot, I feel like there's going to be a situation later on where he's going to end up saving her, or something's going to happen where he has the chance to save her, and we see if he actually does or doesn't. I'm liking this a whole lot more than Magnolia Parks. I'm loving all the different POVs. This one's a little bit more exciting, as in, like, there are actual things happening. So I'm on chapter 31, and it's from Daisy's POV. And this is, I really love this quote. She says, there would be no blood, just red paint, and love would be straightforward because there are so many different kinds of love in the world, and art captures a moment in each of them. And it's just a moment, not a whole picture, I know that, but there's something lovely about it, isn't there? About a snapshot moment for all the world to look upon, frozen the way the person who painted it saw it and felt it, like that forever for us, to try to see it and feel it the same way, hanging in the annals of time, and it is what it will be, and it will keep being that for everyone until someone like my brother steals it. I really love how she talks about art. They just, like, decided to be together, and now he's taking her on a normal date, like a whole day, where she gets to be normal and like go into an IKEA, and it's so freaking cute. Like I'm loving this so far. Another cold, gloomy, rainy day. I read a lot yesterday. I think I'm on like chapter something. I'm not exactly sure because I've been listening to the audiobook today. But so I've come to the conclusion Daisy Hates is a baddie. The fact that she like pulled out a gun on the dude at the museum to like save the cop's life, I can stand behind that. Now there's like a hit out for her, which really sucks and I feel bad for her. And there was just a shooting at the bar that they were at, and I feel so bad for Christian. Like that must have been so devastating to see her and Romeo like running off together during that entire situation. She shot herself. I don't even know what's happening. I know she survives because I know that there are other Daisy Hates books. I have an hour left in this book. I'm very stressed. I just got to the last chapter of the book. What is Magnolia Parks doing in my Daisy Hates book? I haven't gone far in this chapter. Like it literally started and I could tell by the narrator voice that it was Magnolia. So we are finished with Daisy Hates. I actually really enjoyed this one. I give this one 4 stars. Really liked the pace of this book. I loved how action-packed there was. There was always something going on. I felt like there was a lot more of a plot than the first book, which was nice. The only thing I dislike was that last chapter, or it wasn't even like the last chapter. It was like the vlog from Magnolia Parks' point of view. This girl needs to like chill. Like I can with her. We're starting her today. I really hope that there are other POVs in this book because a book this big with just Magnolia. Again, gonna be doing the audiobook, but I do want to read the dedication. Oh, it's got like a little forward. No way she's quoting freaking Mary Poppins right now. Oh, I guess BJ is a Julie Andrews girl. Here's the actual dedication. Okay, wait, that's like really cute. I'm assuming Ben is her husband. Part 1. The way that this book is already making me so irritated, and I'm only on like chapter 9. Just found out like why he cheated, like the real deep dark reason why he did it. And instead of just like accepting it and continuing to move on like a normal person, no, they almost kissed. And then when they realized that they almost kissed after she just met like his girlfriend, like his current girlfriend, like minutes ago, they like blow apart like shrapnel, and then she gets up and runs away and then has audacity to be like, I regret leaving him. Girl, what? He cheated on you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, he cheated. Is cheating not like a hard line for people? Like, I don't understand. Like, he finally gets what he wanted. He manipulates the whole situation to get with Magnolia. This is like after she tells him that she loves him. He goes back to freaking Jordan instead of just ending things. No, he like I freaking can't. Like, he should never have. Ugh. I'm gonna be so for real with you right now. It has been a whole week since I read anything in this book. I had to take a break though, to be fair, because I do have book club on Wednesday, so in like a couple days, and I hadn't read that book, and since I run the book club, I had to read the book apart. I low-key wanted just a little bit of a break. She's a big book. Magnolia is not my favorite, but I will say in this book she's more tolerable. The outfit naming isn't as frequent, I feel. It's still a little annoying to me, but like not as much as the first book. BJ needs to get rid of Jordan. Jordan, not a fan. Like, I like Julian with Magnolia, but I feel like Julian low-key, high-key deserves better. So that's where we're at. I think I'm listening to the audiobook, so I think I only have like 5 hours left. So I would say we're close to the end. I mean, we're not like at the end, but we're definitely further than the halfway mark. So yeah, I'm gonna try and finish it. If not today, then tomorrow. I know what I just read is a lie. Okay, so I look like a hot mess. I just came back from hot Pilates and I was listening to the audiobook on my drive home. Biggest regret I have made all day long. I just want to be friends. No. Go through all the trouble. Why make her break up? Why break up with Jordan? Why kiss her? And then all of a sudden I want to be friends. No. I need to go shower and wash away those words from my mind because I'm so irritated. We're back. I made me a green smoothie. We're gonna continue listening because I did indeed stop mid-chapter. So we're gonna continue and yeah. Okay.
The grinding of metal folding in on itself and wrapping around my body.
There's literally no way that she just died in a car accident. Like, first of all, it's really random. Second of all, like, there's no way, right? Because, I mean, yeah, there's a whole nother Magnolia Parks book, so I'm pretty sure she did not die. I think it's great that she survived. I think it's great that he, like, bought them a place. Not a fan of his proposal, though. I feel like saying you're going to do it before you do it kind of ruins the moment. I don't know. And I feel like with a girl like her, she probably wanted something like really special. And even though it was cute, it was like sweet. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Am I crazy? Am I too hard on him? I don't know. I don't know how I feel. There's no way Bridget just died. Like, for why? Like, I don't understand what happened. Like, how is she unalived right now? Like, I'm so confused. What? So you're telling me this book ends with Bridget dead and Julian shot? No further explanation. I am going to start the next book. I'm taking a little bit of a break to read Sunrise on the Reaping because I told my friend that I was going to read it at the same time as her and she just started it. So I'm going to take a break from the Magnolia Parks universe to read Sunrise on the Reaping. And then when I come back from that, we will finish out the series with the last two books. I think there's one more Magnolia Parks book, and then the last one is Daisy Hates. Guys, it's been a whole month, okay? I'm not proud to admit this. It has been a whole month since I finished the last Magnolia Parks book. And have I read in that time? No, I have not. I had a really crazy April. If you have not seen my bookish vlog that I posted in April, I had a medical thing come up. I had a lot of book events. It all in all was just like a very chaotic month for me. So we literally only read one book that month. I know, that's real depressing, but we are back on our game. We are back with my girl Daisy. I'm so excited. This one is Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. I'm very excited for this. To be honest, I have already started reading. I'm like 5 chapters in, and guys, okay, this is gonna be TMI. So, in April, my medical thing was I had a Bartholin cyst abscess, and it had to be drained. It was very traumatizing. I had full-blown panic attacks, like literally thought I was gonna die. And then my recovery, not so fun. tell me why the first freaking thing that gets mentioned in this book is a Bartholin cyst. Now, they don't call it a Bartholin cyst. She called it a boil down there. Literally exactly what I had. Like trauma. I'm traumatized. I have PTSD. Why is it haunting me? Anyway, I'm so excited to get back into this. I have this one, and then I have the last book is the Magnolia Parks book. And I'm debating, do I also read the new Jessa Hastings books? Conditions of Will. Because, you know, I have it. And I also kind of like that they have similar cover vibes. Do we also maybe include this one in this vlog? Because I heard that there's some mentionings of some peoples from this world into this world. So we'll see. We might add this one in. We might not, but we are for sure on this book. And so far, I'm enjoying it. So I'll keep you updated. Happy Saturday. Guys, this vlog that was supposed to be a month long is turning into a multiple month-long reading vlog. Life has just been a little crazy. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but like at the beginning, so we're at the end of May. Like today is the last day of May. I have hardly read any of this book. On the second week of May, I got into a car accident and my car got totaled. The accident was not my fault. It wasn't even that bad, but they deemed my car totaled. So then I didn't have a car, and then I was stressed running around trying to get a car, but now I have a new car. Long story short, we have a new car, and we can now read. So today is Saturday, and I've spent the morning running around. It's literally 1:30. I finally just got my coffee, but now that we're home for the next few hours, I have a ridiculous amount of cleaning to do. Like, it's not even funny. So while we clean, we read. I literally just realized that this book and the last Magnolia Parks book are on the same timeline. I don't know how I didn't realize it before, but they're literally the same timeline. I'm at the part where Christian and Magnolia run into each other during that scene, and they're fighting like a bunch of 3-year-olds, and then Julian and Daisy walks on them. I don't know why I didn't make that connection. I'm curious, has anyone done a tandem read with this in the last Magnolia Parks book? Like, is that a thing? Because I feel like that would have like propelled my reading quickness if like these were intertwined, kind of like the Throne of Glass tandem read. Let me know. I'm really curious because I think that would have been really fun to tandem read. Okay, I'm gonna get back to listening while I clean my room.
Thus.
To go on a walk on my lunch, and I'm listening to Daisy Hates. I'm currently driving home right now. And I am loving this book so far. I'm back home. I had to take a shower and then obviously change out of my sweaty clothes. I'm like team Daisy Christian. Also, love Julian so much. I don't like that he loves Magnolia, but I love Julian as a character, and definitely a Daisy Hates girl. Magnolia is becoming a little less annoying. At least in the Daisy Hates book, she's less annoying. Magnolia Parks book, she's still, you know, not the biggest fan. But I'm almost done. I think I'm gonna finish it today. I was listening to it in the car too. I have 3 hours and 9 minutes left of the audiobook. So I think I'm gonna finish this today, which is really exciting because I've been kind of in a book slump. And we need to catch up because there's a lot of other books that I really want to get to before I go on my trip. I finished her today while I was at work. Today was a crazy work day, so I didn't vlog it, but we're gonna talk about it. 4.5 stars. This book was so good. I enjoyed every minute of it. My only thing. Okay, so at the end of the last Magnolia Parks book, Julian gets shot and Bridget is dead. That's where we landed on. Currently, at the end of this book, they were just in a car accident. So I know that this book has to pick up. After the car accident, like, are we gonna know why or how or who shot Julian? I need to know. I need to know if he's okay. Because currently, we're up in the air with that, and I need to know. So, we are starting the very last Magnolia Parks book. Guys, why is she so big? We all know it takes me a long time to get through the Magnolia Parks books. But you know what? This week, I'm going to try and finish her. That is my update for today. We are officially on the very last book in the series. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how this turns up. And I swear if they don't tell me what happens to Julian, I'm gonna write. So it is a new day. I don't even remember what the last thing I vlogged for this was, but I am actually going to Disneyland tonight after work with my friend. While I put on some makeup, we are gonna listen to Magnolia Parks.
Everywhere, and she sort of all points. Puts this yours 95.
I'm in the beginning of the book. I'm only on chapter 2, and I literally forgot that her sister died. So BJ's talking about Bridget now, and it's having me like remember what I read. I'm wondering, this is probably most likely the case, but I remember when Julian did his POV of the car crash that he said it was a hit for Magnolia to target like her and to target him. I'm wondering if this was like a second attempt, but they accidentally killed Bridget instead of Magnolia. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking for some reason that she like got poisoned at the dinner they were at, and like whatever was poisoned was supposed to be given to Magnolia, but somehow it was given to Bridget instead. He's talking about Suffrages, which is this giant department store in London. And this is actually making me so excited because literally last night my boyfriend and I, we were finalizing our plans for our London trip. We leave in a little over 2 weeks from today. And I told him how I wanted to go to Suffrages because my friend recommended me go there. I love hearing like little pieces of things that I'm either going to see or I have seen, and it's actually just making me like so excited for my trip.
It all happened pretty quickly when we got there.
My mirror just died.
Where they started trying to...
It is another day. It is Monday, and I am sorry to report that we did not finish this book by Sunday. Last week actually turned crazy on me, and I hardly had time to read. So I am literally buried in computer work today. So while I work, I am not allowing myself to turn on TV. We are diving straight into the audiobook. We have about 18 hours left. If I listen to it for like 6 hours a day, and I'm not going to include Wednesday because I never have time to listen to audiobooks at work because there are just too many people around. So we are now aiming for Thursday. So let's see if we stick to this goal. So far I've been listening to it this morning. And yeah, just in the wake of Bridget, everything is such a mess. Mom is totally giving Lily from Gossip Girl, like when Serena was going through like the whole like drug addict thing when like she was being like, it's like when Juliet and Jenny like decided to team up and like target her and make it seem like she was a drug addict. That's what it's giving, with inviting the press over and just being like frantic about nothing for no reason. Yeah. So anyway, I'm eating a cucumber salad because my stomach also has not been okay the past 24 hours, so hopefully this doesn't kill it. But I am actually starving. Okay, so I am on chapter 31 in Magnolia Parks. I'm currently working, y'all. We're in like a Daisy hates moment in time, and it has made me so incredibly happy. I'm not quite sure where we're at yet. I'm wondering if this also kind of overlaps into the last book. Like, I'm a little confused timeline-wise where we're at, but I can't wait to see where we go. I'm very curious, like, the plot of this current book, because so far it's just been like about Bridget and Magnolia's grief and her idiotic parents, which I'm not even gonna get started on. But like, are we gonna loop back around to like what happened to Julian? Because the last we heard about Julian is he got shot, and the Daisy Hates book ended with the car crash. So yeah, I am just like, I don't know where we are timeline-wise, but so far this book has been better. Magnolia has been less annoying in this one than previously. So yeah, that's where we're at. That is our check-in. I really am aiming, I know I've said this before, but I'm aiming to finish this book by Friday of this week. I think it's doable. I have 14 hours left in it. So I think we're gonna do it. We need to finish it before I go to my trip to London, and I leave in like 9 days. So I will check back later. And I remember timeline-wise where we're at. She has come back from them like leaving at the end of the last book. So I still have no idea what happened to Julian. No one has brought it up. It has not been mentioned. Like, am I crazy? Am I like gaslighting myself? But I swear at the end of the last Magnolia Parks book, it ended with like Bridget dead and Julian being shot. Am I not remembering that correctly? Like, I'm very confused right now why other people are not concerned. We are finally at the end of this vlog. I have an hour and 49 minutes left for Magnolia Parks. I'm currently working, so I'm going to listen to it while I work, and then I will check in at the end and let you know my thoughts, and then we're gonna go through this series really quick. Okay, so take a little break from reading because I had to go get my nails done for my upcoming trip, and you know, I had to get like dressed for that, so we've also changed. We have 30 minutes left in the book, and y'all, I did not have crying over BJ's vows on my bingo card. I literally am still beside myself with how beautiful that was. I don't even like BJ. I don't. We're gonna finish this today. Here we go. We're towards the end, obviously, and it's at the part where she was like, I didn't mean to keep it from him. I swear she's pregnant. So I paused in case she is. I want to document that I saw it coming.
That will follow us around forever in the shape of our child.
Called it. We finally made it through the Magnolia Parks series. At the beginning of this vlog, I said I was gonna dedicate the entire month of March to reading the series. It is now the end of June. So that is 4 months. I have spent 4 months reading this book series. Obviously started with Magnolia Parks. I gave this book a 3-star rating. This was my least favorite book out of the entire series. Magnolia in this book to me is insufferable with like the outfit naming and then the drama, and I felt like there really wasn't much of a plot to this book. This was literally just drama. We then moved on to our first Daisy Hates books, and I love Daisy with my entire being. This book 4 stars, and I love Daisy, I love Julian, I love the art world, I love Christian. So much more of a plot, so much more action. There's more than just like family and friend drama. There are like actual things happening in this book. So good. We then moved on to Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. And this is the one that took me the longest to read. Not only is it really thick, but I just wasn't really feeling the Magnolia Parks vibes. I will say she was less annoying in this. I do like the parts where like Daisy was involved. I want to say I gave this book 4 stars, but I think it was because the ending was very shocking. We ended on 2 major cliffhangers, and so I obviously had to keep reading. Then got to our last Daisy Hates book. I honestly give this book 5 stars. This was my favorite book in the entire series. I don't think I'm ever gonna get over this book. Did I still have unanswered questions at the end of this book? Absolutely. Was I irritated at the end of this book? Absolutely. But man, was it so fun to freaking read and just dive back into this world and just see kind of puzzle pieces click into place. I, as a whole, really enjoy how Jessa Hastings writes. She writes in a very unique way to where it feels like an inner monologue that like you yourself would have, but it's just written so beautifully that you're like you have to stop and think about it for a second, because you're just like, wow. Like, I would have never thought to describe something that way, but that is exactly how I would feel about it. And then we moved on to the last book, which was Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. This book actually I gave 4 stars to. I know. Who am I? Because this whole book was Magnolia and BJ. I loved seeing, it's gonna sound so bitchy of me, but I loved seeing Magnolia go through shit. Because if she hadn't have gone through the stuff with BJ, Bridget, Julian, her parents, it wouldn't have forced her to evolve as a person. And if she never evolved as a person, I don't think that I would have liked this series. I really liked seeing the journey of them going through therapy. It was a little weird for me, her talking to Bridget throughout this whole book. Like, that was kind of like iffy about, but it got us to a place at the end that was honestly such a good wrap up to BJ and Magnolia's story. I loved the traveling at the end and her finally like coping and dealing with her grief, and how BJ helped her through that and like understood what she was going through without her really having to tell him. I loved the wedding. I loved that it was in Bali and it wasn't just like this posh London crazy expensive like typical wedding you would think for her. I love that they did a Bali wedding and it was in honor of Bridget, and the ending was very predictable with her being pregnant, but like it's fine. Overall though, this was good. Still not as good as this book for me, but it was good. I cried during BJ's vows because wow, they were so beautiful. That is it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed this journey with me. I leave for London in 2 days and I'm so glad I made it. There was a part of me that thought like this was not gonna happen before I left, but we pushed through, we made it. Let me know if you enjoy the reading vlogs. Leave a comment down below if you've read this series, and I'm dying to know if you're a Magnolia Parks girl or a Daisy Hates girl, and which book was your favorite. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.